All right, good evening, everyone. This is Carlos, CEO of JR Capital. It is Sunday, June 11th, 7:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm here with my Forex analyst, Nick, on the line. We're going to go ahead and talk some Forex. Hey, Nick, how's it going? How's your evening so far? Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Thank you, sir. All right, so we're just going to go talk some pairs. I'm going to let you lead the way. Nick, please go ahead.
All right. So with the Euro USD approaching it from the technical side, on a daily, it broke an ascending trend line specifically, and price right now is retracing to a major level at 111.63. That's a major support zone. It's actually right in the middle of a major support and resistance.
All right. Let me go ahead and mark it. 111.63, you said?
Yes.
So I'm going to go and mark that line. You want to keep me on, we're going to keep you on the daily, correct?
Right.
Okay.
And resistance zone is 112.51.
All right, 112.51. Let's go and mark that.
So since price broke from the daily ascending channel, it's been retracing, pulling back towards the trend line, but I don't think it will go back down because with the June rate hike coming up, and I think that they're going to hike it out at 0.25 basis points.
Yep. That's the base. 25 basis points. Yep.
Right. So in order for it to continue its bullish rally, I think it would have to break 112.51 on a daily or 4 hour. I mean, on a 1 hour or 4 hour.
All right, so 121.51. Let me go ahead and mark it for our viewers. So 121.51. You're looking for this kind of bounce right here on a technical side, correct?
Right.
Okay, so you would say we're right nearing support at 111.65. This is a support marker. Right now we're at 112, which is the 112 handle that's been kind of hovering around even since the ECB meeting, which was about, a couple days ago.
Right. Specifically, I've marked out 112.04 on a 1 hour. If price stays above that, it would be great to have a bullish outlook on the pair.
Absolutely. And then you do see here the resistance marker at 112.80. So we have around, right now, about 100 pip range on an hourly from the last couple days. But you did see here on the 30th, we're still on an hourly chart. You see this bull run up here since the markets have gone up all-time highs. I'm talking about equities now. We do know from the fundamental standpoint that when it comes to any kind of stock market rally, the risk on currencies of your Kiwi, the Aussie, and the Euro tend to rise with it. Would you expect personally to see a break of 113 on the next couple of sessions? If we get a
My target, my long-term target is from the zones of 113.50 to 113.85.
Okay, let's go and take a look at a daily on that. Okay, so if we're seeing here just on a daily chart, the last time we hit 113, we had a huge run up from the election. This is the presidential election. This is back on the 9th of November. And we broke that limit of 112, and then we had a huge decline, just ECP tapering, QE, and so much and so forth, 103.50, and then we hit a rise to 113. So we've had a heck of a move in 2017. Do you see here any reason why it would continue to the downside? Maybe test a 111 floor.
I think as a pullback, I really like at the moment. I would not say it would go any lower unless during this week or the next few sessions, 111.63 breaks. That is a zone. That is a key zone in my books. So if that zone breaks, then possibly see a drop even to 110.83.
Okay, so but you are bullish on this pair because I am as well fundamentally. So technically, you're bullish as well. So for our clientele, we're looking at a solid entry point to get back in. Let's go ahead and take a look at another pair. What other pairs are you looking at, Nick?
USD CAD.
Okay, that one's been a little bit of troublesome because of oil.
Right.
Very choppy.
We've
Um,
seen
Okay, so let's take a look at the daily. Tell me what you're looking at. I did already mark it as a bearish decline. Here you could see as we hit the top of 137.86 on the daily and has just been falling ever since. I guess what we're trying to see is that where is the range going to be? Where's the floor? Where's the support levels?
Okay. One second.
Sure, sure.
There is one support. It's way low, but unless this daily trend line break, this, by the way, the daily,
Hmm.
it starts at February 16, 2017, and the supports are there's two wicks at March 12th and March 13th.
Hmm.
They're right next to the.
You talking about these two right here?
Let's see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, lower.
Here?
To the right. You see that big drop and then
Yep.
that big bounce up.
Yep. Then closing the candlestick, correct.
Right. And let me go to a 4 hour. Well, like the 4 hour zone specifically, there's a 61.8 level fib at 134.39. That seems to be at the moment, at this time, a very strong support zone. Price has just been sort of consolidating on that zone right now.
Okay, here we go, 138.39. Okay, I did mark it right here.
And also the 135.06, that's the 50 level fib on a 4 hour.
What was that price again? I'm sorry.
135.06.
135.06. So on this pair, you are bullish or would you be bearish on this pair?
Unless I see a break of 135.06, I would be bearish.
Bearish, I agree. I do see on the fundamental standpoint, we're just going to go through this video from back and forth. We're going to get Nick talking about technicals, and we'll try to line it up with the fundamental side with economics, macroeconomics, and so forth. I want to go ahead and compare this just for sure our viewers. We're going to go here and compare to WTI, which is the oil barrels, oil by the barrel. And you're going to see here the correlation on the 1 hour chart. We already made our comparisons with the trend lines and what have you. And you could just see how much oil has fallen and how it's propped up the dollar Canadian dollar. Now, again, if you're a commodities trader, you're looking to see where the floor is for oil. Now, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I believe we're trading right now. Let's go ahead and get a real-time quote. Actually, no, I do have my thinkorswim up. Right now, we're at 45.96. Looking right over here. This is just on a 5-minute chart. So let me bring up a 1 hour chart on a daily. Yeah, you're definitely seeing a little bit of support here at 45.95. I would be bullish on oil. I just want to see if we can break 46.50. On that point, I would be at the same rate as you, bearish on USD CAD. That would be the best way to short the dollar against. I'm more strong on the dollar Canadian dollar than I would be on the euro dollar personally. I think fundamentally it lines up. Now, technically, again, what you saw on the euro dollar chart on the daily and the 4 hour, I mean, it does look like a great setup, and we already looked at the ranges and the channels. But I do believe on the dollar Canadian dollar that bearish is the way to go. Definitely to short it, and we're going to look for an entryway there. Any other pair?
Yeah, USD Jappy is very interesting.
Okay, dollar yen. Let's take a look at it.
All right.
Yep.
I have a daily trend line mapped out starting at 09/22/2016.
0922.
September 22nd, 2016.
Got it.
And this trend line has been broken on June 6th with about a 116 pip move down.
Mm-hmm. What was that level again? We're looking at an hourly or 4 hour?
A daily.
Oh, daily, excuse me. Okay. So I did mark out 119, 109.18. Give me a second. Okay. Here we are.
All right. And so yeah, right there, the price bounced back up towards the trend line, and unless
Mm-hmm.
I would short this pair back down to 109.06 because that's the 50 level fib on a Fibonacci. It
Okay.
seems to also respect that.
Okay, so we're looking here at this range right here, 109.42. Our current price is, excuse me, 110.42 is your line in the sand. 110.31 is our current price. You do see the range as 109.20, so we're about 120 pip range. Am I correct?
Yes.
If we break the 110.40 mark, do you believe technically that we could hit the 112.54 mark, which is right here, that trend line, if we continue the line? I mean, could we get a short squeeze in your opinion?
No, my target would be 111.48. I don't think it would reach that high unless it breaks another key level at. If it breaks 111.40, no, 33,
Mm-hmm.
111.33, and no, hold on, I'm sorry. There's the trend line excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
111.66 actually. There's a break on 111.66. I will target the 113, 112.96, 113.09 level. Start from there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I'm short on this pair as of for now, like the outlook on it.
I do believe dollar yen is a proxy for any kind of bearish moves in the market. Obviously, um, as you compare it to S&P 500, dollar yen tends to rise when the risk rise, just like we spoke about other risk on currencies such as Kiwi, Aussie, and Euro. But with this pair, I do believe bearish is the way to go. Again, as a kind of a reversal trend of any kind of market moves. But looking at this trend line, I mean, you have to respect it. You have to respect that price. And I do believe that when it comes to the Japanese and what they're doing over there, bonds being still yields being so low, negative interest rates and what have you, and we go from there. I think that's the best bet.
Also, one more level, one key level, 109.73. Since the French elections, actually,
Mhm.
that's where price gapped and shot all the way back up. That seems to be also a big support zone at the moment, as long as price is above it. But we have this daily trend line that broke, and that factors into a bearish outlook, in my opinion.
Right, right. So the three pairs we're looking at are dollar yen, euro dollar, and the other pair was USD CAD. Was there any other pairs that you had analysis on or you were looking at?
I was looking at NZD USD, which was very interesting.
Okay, so Kiwi dollar.
Right. It's just been running straight through, just nonstop. And I was trying to see any other patterns where they have, and there's one that started at December 26, 2016,
Okay,
and it rallied about 460 pips,
I see that. Right over here at the
and
bottom.
right after it dropped about 430 pips.
Could be RBNZD, could be the central bank helping, or kind of like pushing that narrative of putting it down. Again, also dairy prices have a big hit when it comes to NZD USD. So again, these are very big swings. I do believe that the Kiwi is kind of like in the same realm as the pound dollar, where you're going to get these big price moves and these squeezes happen.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that right now price is rallying so high. I have a feeling it's stalling out slowly and may reverse back down to the 70.7044 level.
Hmm.
For now, I would be very careful with it. Trend is your friend, and
Sure, sure.
as long as it's running, I would long. But I'm just keeping an eye on it, just keeping watch for now.
So
So that's
you would be long if we broke the 72.10 line here or 72.35. You see this line I'm looking at here, the daily.
yeah.
Right over here looks like we can get a little bit of a break.
I would definitely look to go long, possibly targeting the 73.81 level if that break happens.
Okay, so we'll be back to kind of the peaks, November peaks. election peaks actually, but has been falling ever since. Okay, so those are 4 pairs we're looking at. Let's take a look at our calendar. Monday we have RBA Assistant Governor DeBell speaking. Nothing really much going on. Monday's pretty quiet in the markets.
Monday they have the GDP inflation report here.
Okay, right.
That's to keep an eye on also.
We're also looking at CPI for the British on June 13th, which would be Tuesday. We have Producer Price Index at 8:30, and we also have 10 o'clock industrial production for the Chinese. On Wednesday the 14th, now we're going to get to federal funds rate. So we look like we're going to get a rate hike. Now, could it be priced in? That's something that we want to be watching. The actual consensus is 25 basis points. Could we get 50 basis points? Absolutely. Then we'd get a run in the dollar. Dollar would run very quickly, very high, very fast. Best bet would probably be to set up limit orders for any kind of movement before we make any kind of predictions. We also have some inflationary numbers for the dollar for the United States as well. Crude oil inventories as always, and we have an Aussie employment change. And let's go ahead and move to Thursday. Definitely a central bank focused week. We also have the LIBOR rate, SNB. This is Swiss National Bank monetary policy. 3:30 in the morning. We'll be up for that. We also have British monetary policy. Same thing. Official bank rate still at 25 basis points. 0.25, excuse me. With the elections, I don't see any kind of movement. So again, limit orders if you're going to trade it. Governor Carney is going to speak at 4 p.m. We also have monetary policy statement for the Japanese. That's tentative, no set time. And then on Friday, we have overnight the BOJ press conference. So with that being said, I mean, it's going to be a very busy week. Right now, we're looking at pound yen. Pound is up across the board. Let's take a look at our currency chart. Right now, let me go and detach this gadget here. Oops. Let's go and take a look here. Excuse me. Here we go. Okay, so as you can see here, the Canadian dollar is strengthening against the dollar, as we were saying. Euro is up as well. Swiss franc is up. The Kiwi is down about 54 pips, I believe. Let me make sure. About 5 pips, excuse me. But other than that, I mean, we have a really, really big week when it comes to central bank policy for the Swiss, the Japanese, the Brits, and the Americans. But again, all eyes on the stock market. We had a really big sell-off in tech on Friday. We're going to see how it keeps going and how it changes yields and the dollar as well. So those are a couple things we're looking at. We're going to go ahead and keep an eye on everything as we go along. But it looks like Wednesday and Thursday are the big days. Would you agree, Nick? Okay, so with that being said, thank you so much for your time, Nick. We're going to go ahead and keep looking, keep watching. And if you have any questions, here is our website, as you know, garcapitalfx.com. You can always email us, garcapital@gmail.com. If you have any questions or want to log in or set up your account with us for signals. And also sign up for our daily notes, afternoon and morning notes right over here, all free for everybody. So for everyone else, thank you so much for your time. Nick, thank you so much as well. You have a great night. So we'll go ahead and do this again next week, and let's go have a great week. All right, guys. Have a great night, all.